Hey, it's Keisha. Welcome and welcome back. I have a quick message I want to share with you. Um, and because I think it might ruffle a few feathers, I want us to first connect and make sure that we're all on the same page. So just gently close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and let it out. Another deep breath in and out. And now, lovingly and gently recall all of your power back to yourself. Feel yourself now more complete, more whole, more present. Now feel a column of white light coming down over you. And breathe in that light. Feel it quickening the cells. Feel it quickening the spaces between the cells. You are now infused with light. You are the light. And now focus your attention on a seed of gold in the center of your heart. And as you give it more and more of your attention, as you breathe into it with the light, see that gold seed begin to grow in the heart, expanding and filling through the chest cavity, moving up into the throat. See it encompassing the head. Feel it surrounding the whole body. Feel the mind gently at peace and at ease. And in this space of oneness and receptivity, gently open your eyes. So, the reason I wanted to come on is, yesterday I attended a metaphysical fair, and it was a new one to me. I had not expected, I didn't know what to expect, so I just showed up and was there. And throughout the day, the same message and the same idea kept coming to me, and that was people are searching, but they're not discerning. And what I mean by that is, we attend these metaphysical fairs, or we go to a metaphysical bookstore, and we are attracted to the bright, shiny new crystal. And oh my God, organite, what does that do? Oh, I must have that in my life, so I'm going to get that pyramid. Oh, this healer over here does this, and it's going to change the vibration, and they're going to sound a tuning fork, and then I'm going to be healed. This person's going to read my aura and give me a painting that symbolizes healing in a certain area. All of those things are well and good, especially when you're new to the discipline and you're just out for fun, just to see what's out there. But if you are taking it seriously and you recognize that all things are energy, and you're looking to learn more about how to incorporate these ideas and these frequencies into your life, the quality of discernment that you exhibit when you are picking up these different crystals or going over to this different healer becomes even more important. And while it is true that the person that's offering the healing or the insight only needs to be a couple of steps ahead of you in terms of being able to lead you, that doesn't necessarily make them a safe place and a safe teacher for you to engage with. Something I noticed that's different about my practice and the way that I interact with metaphysics and share it with the world that may be different from other practitioners is that, or that I know is different from other practitioners, is I seek to empower you. So if I have a student, for instance, or a client who is thinking that we're going to be together long term, like for years and years and years, I'm going to dispel them of that notion pretty quickly. Because if I'm doing my job effectively and I'm sharing with you my gifts of spirit, then what I should be doing and what I seek to do is empower you to be your own teacher. And I see that with the clients that I've had. We usually come together for 1, 3, or 6 sessions because when we first are introduced or thinking about working together, I can already tell kind of based on their issue how long it's going to take. And so I give them that outline at the beginning, and they make the choice about what level they want to engage at, and we go from there. So with whoa, you know what? If I can figure out where the camera is, we're just going to let that happen and go with it. Where's the... All right, I'm just going to look in this direction, and if my eyes don't seem to be in the right spot, well, y'all just saw what happened. We're just going to go with it. Yeah, so where's the... I think it's over here. All right, I'm going to look in this direction. Yeah, so... Talk about turning thoughts on their head. Give me a second. Right, okay. So it is great when you find a teacher and they reveal to you more and more of the discipline in the work and reveal to you more and more of yourself. But something you need to realize is that you and your spirit are your true teachers. And yes, you may be guided to work with this person or to work with this crystal or to engage with certain frequencies for a certain amount of time. But it always needs to be done with the quality and attitude of discernment, which means you always need to check in with your spirit. Is this for me to do today? Is this mine to do? Am I to continue and proceed? Because sometimes once we get into the habit of relying on the external, we think that the answers can only be found in the external, and that's not the case. Your spirit may be guiding you to a certain teacher or a certain discipline for a time, but that is to open your understanding and receptivity enough that spirit can continue to work with you along the path. So when it comes to, say, another deck of cards or another crystal, there's always something fun about that. And we can't forget that while we may be practicing metaphysics, we are still entrenched in a consumerist, capitalist society that says, I need to buy more. If I buy this thing, it will lead me, to my next step. And that may be true in that it has the potential to do that. But if you only buy it, use it once or twice, and then put it on the shelf and don't engage with it, then it's not doing its perfect work. This is especially true of these crystals. And I'm going to say this, you do not need to buy another crystal. It is not the crystal that does the work. And I say that strongly, again, because I see so many people saying, oh, what do I need? What properties does this crystal have? Oh, I need that in my life. And then they buy the crystal and they just put it somewhere, but they don't get the full medicine and the work that can be done with it because it's just now become another thing, another display piece. And so when you get the crystal, before buying it, you need to ask, is this crystal for me, right? Is this, when you talk to the crystal and ask it, do you want to work with me? Do you have medicine for me? Do you have insight that will lead me further along my journey? And then once you get the crystal, if you decide to get it, then there needs to be ongoing work. And that's, you sit with it in meditation, you ask it to reveal to you what secrets or information it has. Ask how it can best be used in your world, your environment, and your practices. Before you place it, ask if this is the right place for it to be. If you listen carefully and closely, you will receive that answer. When it comes to cards, and I know I can be guilty of this, I see a new deck and it's like, oh, that's different from what I have in my collection. But different doesn't necessarily mean better, and it doesn't necessarily mean necessary. It's just something that's new and different. And so you need to ask, will you be working with these cards? Do these cards have active insight that is going to lead me again further down the path? Um, so often so often when I go to metaphysical fairs, um, I see the same people coming through, and they're asking the same questions again and again and again of different practitioners, and they do it every week because they hit all the fairs, every week. And, you know, it's okay if where you are is just being a passerby, where you just want to gather information and you're not actively doing anything with it. But if you are receiving true guidance and information, there really shouldn't be a need for you to come back and be asking the same question again and again and again. Because if that's happening, then that's a lack of faith, and you're giving energy towards doubt that you got the answer to begin with. And then you weren't ready to take the next step, which is to act on the guidance given. And so if you're not acting on the information, it's just information, and we're getting enough of that already. And so to make it real and actionable, you have to act on it. And again, that's where I think I differ in terms of my practices and what I share with the public, in terms of my particular set of gifts and skills and interests. Because if you notice in my videos, you're always getting homework. And that's because you can get the guidance up here and it comes down, but unless you make it active, it's not going to come through the heart. It's not going to change your level and ability of communication. And, you're just kind of playing on the surface of the energy and not really getting deep down into it and letting it work in and through you. So I think that's really all I want to say. I did want to keep it short. You are your greatest teacher. Anyone that comes and you work with should be pointing you back to yourself. And you should be going going within to spirit and asking, what is mine to do? What is my next step? Is this for me? How can I best make use of this information and insight? You are your greatest teacher, you and your spirit. Don't let yourself get caught up in the consumerist capitalist society aspect of another set of cards, another damn crystal. Oh, I need another certification. If you are truly guided to teach, if you are guided to be a leader of others, then you would go within and talk to that guidance and have it revealed to you the way in which you need to proceed. Getting another certification doesn't make you qualified. And at worst, you can amass certifications and create an outstanding marketing program and draw people to you and still lead them astray and not offer them anything of value because you haven't delved deeply enough within your own medicine to have it work within you that you're able to truly be a guide for others. That faculty of discernment is only strengthened and enhanced by you turning to it and turning within. And if there's only one lesson that you ever get from any of the videos or the pieces that I put out, it is to go within and ask your own guidance. You all have very capable meters of telling you what is right and true. And that is what I want you to rely on more than any book, any teacher, any set of cards, or any crystal. All of those things are information, and that all seeks to give you more insight and help you grow. But you always have to integrate it by using that faculty of discernment and asking what is right for you. So there we are. There you have it. I will be back again with another message, hopefully soon, and I will certainly love you in the meantime. Bye.